Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. Today we're playing some Irelia mid lane into a Yasuo, and we are playing AP Irelia. We have Electrocute instead of First Strike, because I feel like First Strike, after like many nerfs in the past and durability update, just like doesn't make it as viable as it used to be. So I think Electrocute should be better, but AP Irelia was buffed. No way I don't get a single one. That is crazy. At least I get to proc Electrocute and get a little bit from him. Dang, that Q should have not hit either. We both chunked each other pretty hard. He does have Ignite, but I have TP to get back in a lane. What they buffed on Irelia is that my E was an 80% AP ratio. Now it's 100%. My W, which is one of the main abilities for Irelia, also got buffed with the AP ratio going from 120 to 150. So 150% AP ratio on it. Lux ultimate is 120. I don't know how you expect me to follow this up. Also, that's my phone, but I can't win this. I gotta leave. There's no way to win that because I just don't have my thing. Dude, everybody needs to freaking chill with me not being able to collapse on people. We need to be a little bit more patient. Nice. Just let me get my Q at least, guys. I understand. I'm ready. For the Thresh, honestly, he was just pinging, so it's whatever for him. Really? He dies, doesn't he? That's completely worth it. All right, so he just burned his sums just to kill me like that? Whatever, dude. That's okay with me. So, that was, like, too much stuff going on, so sadly I couldn't, like, explain what the buffs were. My team has noticed that I'm going AP. With API Irelia, you normally do W max first. Your W is you stand still and you start charging up this move that will it just gives you damage reduction, and it gives you the damage reduction immediately. It doesn't need to be charged to give you the damage reduction, but what it charges is the damage itself. So you normally want to charge it a little bit so it will be able to get people, because if you're able to hit them with it with a bunch of AP, it will hit pretty hard. It also has the damage reduction scaling, so I'm just gonna do Electrocute proc. That's why I feel like going Electrocute is better than First Strike, because if I can just do trades like that, even when through his wind wall, it's better for me than for him. Just doing the short trades. I don't think that I can get this Zyra, can I? Not to mention this guy's just freezing mid. But yeah, we want to try to land our stun. We still play Irelia kind of similar to how she's supposed to be played with my abilities and stuff, but that's actually super bad that I got traded on. I'm just going to go for the minions because there's no reason to go for this guy just yet. Put another point into my W. The CDs of it do get substantially shorter. Nice. My W is kind of the main damage, so if it's not up, then it's kind of difficult to do anything. But as the game continues, when I have my ultimate and stuff, Irelia around like 3 items is really good at team fighting if there's a bunch of squishy characters, and sometimes you can deal decent damage to like the tankier ones too. But the goal is inside of team fights to land a huge AoE through your ultimate and E, which is the 100% AP ratio, and this is 70%, but it's 70% twice if people run into the wall because it like spreads out this big area. So laning phase is like kind of the hard part for the matchup. Of course, if you can get to like level 9, then without falling too far behind, you'll have it on a low enough cooldown that you can probably start fighting him a little bit. because you want to fight him using your W so they just deal substantially less. Because as you can see, if I like full charge it, the damage is not that bad. Oh, okay, good. I got that just barely. But we also have scaling runes. We have Gathering Storm and stuff because this is going to be like more of a mid-game thing. Dang, dude. He just barely got away from that too, but well played. You survived. He dies with me, right? No! 8 HP, bro. Man, that's so sad. I mean, I did say that, sadly, for the laning phase, it's really difficult, but once we get out of laning phase, it will hopefully go better. The thing is that, against Yasuo, one of the worst things is that his wind wall works for my E and my ultimate, and those are one of the two biggest damage sources that I have for dealing big amounts. So because he's able to remove that damage entirely, it's kind of broken. His trading pattern's also annoying because he has consistent damage. So I'm just going to try to be shoving, and that's also why we have Cole as well, because we're going to guess that we're going to be dying a bit frequently, just because it's difficult to lane. If we don't, that's good too. But we're just trying to get as much gold as possible and as much stats, even if we're losing. Another thing that they did buff was that my ECD is on a lower cooldown too. I mean, I did hit him with that, which is a good trade, but obviously not, like, that insane. I don't have my ultimate, bro. Are we sure that we want to be doing this? I feel like this fight's kind of jank. The Silas isn't able to go. I wasn't able to, unfortunately, kill the other person. The Hecarim just ran straight in. I don't really know why he's trying to do what he's doing. We saw that Alistar was coming behind us, and Silas seems not very strong in that fight because Jax has really good damage. So I'm not sure why we're committing so hard because of that. Nice kill. I mean, that's fine. I'll take a little bit of damage. Just continue using our W and seeing if it ever lands, because if it does, it should deal quite a bit. Alistar might try to regank. I'm trying to dodge her W. Got a big trade again. So with the damage reduction, it mostly blocks physical damage, and then it does half for magic, and the physical damage is quite high. Right now it does 60% damage reduction, which of course is pretty bonkers. Yeah, so dove bot lane, but that doesn't really matter because they both died, so success for that. Going Proto Belts, this will give me a little bit of survivability, gives me good CDR. It's an inexpensive item, so then I can start building something else that's going to be probably more important, because I will need to build a Death Cap this game, and Death Cap is super, super expensive. I don't really know the most optimal build for Irelia now. Beforehand, it was like when Mythic items existed, and you would go like Night Harvester and stuff. I don't feel like Nashor's Tooth is good on her, though. That's for sure. Nashor's Tooth is a bait item. You could go Malignant, so you have more ultimate CD. You could go then Death Cap after that, I guess. This guy does have Bork, which is a problem. What? I'm just going to damage him and just go back mid. I mean, obviously, there's no reason for me to be here after my team was able to successfully win that. The Zyra just ran straight into the Thresh and got CC'd, and that's a big deal. Because he has lifesteal, we probably can not beat this guy. It's sad, but... it's just the way it be. I did bait out his ultimate at least. I'm just trying to see what I can do with short trades. I'm kind of curious about how much I can do with, like, using my W. So I'm kind of limit testing a little bit just to see what's achievable. We did a tiny trade onto him. I know you want me to go bot lane, but will this guy step up so far that maybe we can try to gank him? Because he's really far up right now. Nice. I landed my W. That guy was way too far up, so he dies for it. I have 5 kills, and now we just wait for the level 11 spike, and... bro, I am running back and forth because it looks like Alistar is, like, committing, but then at the same time, we're Thresh Lanterning out, so I'm, like, wasting my time. That's okay, though. At least I'm not, like, missing too much farm, and we're almost done with our coal. I know Yasuo's gonna be bot lane soon, so... the goal right now is just shove and get the hell away from him, because you never want to fight Yasuo on minion waves. That's kind of his power spike, or, like, not spike, but what he wants to fight you around, since he uses it to, like, weave in and out of combat. It's really annoying. Just trying to get back a little bit of mana for myself, because we don't have that big of a mana pool. And then the reason for Ionian boots instead of Sork boots is because Irelia W is a big AP ratio, but it does physical damage. So technically it's not really that amazing of an ability for Pen, because, I mean, it does physical, so it's just a completely wasted stat. Of course, it's not a wasted stat on your E and your ultimate. I just think that your W is kind of a really important ability, and having a significantly lower CD on it, just with going Ionian, it also costs a little bit less to go Ionian, just feels better. Because if Sorks will be good, it would be good later in the game when I have way more AP, right? It's not going to be good early game. Ionian for sure is going to be better. But yeah, we just kind of let him shove us underneath turret. We can farm very easily. We just press W and it just clears the entire wave immediately, and it will become easier as the game continues because we can get more AP. I'm going to try going Malignance because I feel like it could be a decent item on my champion. We have TP available if I want to be able to collapse on somebody, but I don't want to collapse on somebody that has 4 people on top of them already, because that would just be a waste of resources. I don't know if I can survive getting ganked bot side by Zyra if she is for some reason here. Darn. If I landed my ultimate there, it could have done, like, a decent poke, but, I mean, that wasn't that bad, right? It was okay. Hold his life steal back up, though. We already know that. And we just go back to farming ourselves. Remember that Irelia is a team fighter, not really a 1v1er with this type of build. You can maybe kill, like, squishy characters that don't have an ability to completely remove your ability, like mages and stuff. Oh, please tell me you're not here, bro. If he is here, this could be a disaster of a fight. Because he would just, like, leave from that brush and just immediately start going for me. I'm gonna just TP back. We'll just sell our coal so I can buy my Malignance, and I'm ready to go. And I'll TP back only if I feel like it's necessary. Like, a fight's breaking out, my team's already prepped for the dragon, which I feel like they're not because Hecarim's still doing wolves. So even though we're late, I don't think it's that big of a deal for me to be there immediately. My ultimate does about 700 damage if they walk into all of the things. It also has a pretty short CD because we have Ultimate Hunter. Oh my gosh. Nice, I guess. She just flashed over the wall to try to yoink the dragon from us. That was some aggression, I guess. I'll just TP. Can someone defend bot lane? A little bit scared about the Jax jumping on me, but I might be able to survive through just stun plus W. Not bad, not bad. I'm so scared that Jax is up here. Escaping from people is really challenging since I'm kind of slow. Once they get on top of me, I think I just have to, like, flash away. Protobelt, I guess, could be maybe useful. Silas is bot. Guessing Yasuo is probably going to be top lane soon. Probably? No? Maybe not? I just don't want to be getting caught out if I go for the turret and then suddenly he's using the minion wave to just get on top of me with his Blade of the Rune King and stuff and becoming a issue again. His wind wall is the important thing, but Zyra's up here before Hecarim's up here. Darn. Him using minions to escape was the biggest deal, so that's why we lost that so hard. That sucks, bro. But, I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? He also was able to escape the damage of it. This is what I was talking about with, like, side laning versus a champion like him is just so rough for me. But the good news is that we have objectives, and we just continue playing around those. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that's important is just getting ready for the team fight stage. And we have a pretty good team comp. For team fighting with Neela. Definitely don't like that he's just going to be able to take this, but, I mean, not much that I can really do. Damn, dude. Welcome. Still sticking around to try to kill me, huh? My, E is a 6-second CD, does 500 damage. But nobody else is up here, dude. I feel like, I don't even think Thresh could help me kill Yasuo, but I guess he would save me, right? Because he could just Lantern me. Lantern is done. Damn, that guy's literally going to survive. I mean, they did have a significant amount of champions nearby. I'm a bit sad Thresh didn't use wall or anything. I don't know if he had it up or not. He probably didn't if he didn't use it. I would imagine there's no reason for him to not use it. That was like my first Malignance thing, and it did 500 damage just inside of that fight, and I landed a crazy good combo, and it still wasn't enough. It makes me so sad. Because I feel like that was the ideal team fight for the team. Did Hecarim just die, like, immediately? What just happened to him? Goodness gracious, dude. I don't think we can get that guy. That guy's kind of difficult. I was thinking about maybe trying to stun him over the wall for Neela to get him, but I don't think that it's going to be possible to do that. So I'm just going to back away, just wait. Our death cap purchase will be so freaking massive for being able to carry the fights. If I'm able to do this in the future, we just win. The thing is that the strong point of Irelia is that the AP ratios are crazy. Her kit obviously is not very good for this type of playstyle, but if the game goes long and we have Gathering Storm, which we do, then yeah, you just have one team fight and you just automatically win. Simple as that. Tiny poke. I got a massive hit onto multiple people there. I also hit the Zyra and she's 1 HP, but nobody killed her. I mean, it seems like it was an okay fight, considering that I landed a huge hit onto them. Could have been worse. I just clear the minions immediately. I'll have my W for the next one. Wow, I don't kill those? Okay, can't use those. Well, I get to trade 1 for 1 in the end. I mean, they just dove me really hard. My W was bad, though. I mean, it wasn't that bad. The Yasuo is saving his ultimate because the combo from Alistar just takes forever for me to fall on the ground, so he was waiting for my W to expire so he can actually deal damage, since the damage reduction of this is going really high now. I have 85%. You can get to 100% damage reduction, and that literally means it doesn't matter if you have armor or not. Like, that's not even necessary. It means 100%. If they have Last Whisper, it doesn't matter. Because this is not the same as, like, increase your armor by a percentage. This is just reduce the entire damage. So I can make Yasuo deal 0 damage to me for 1.5 seconds. Or however long it lasts. Feels a lot longer than 1.5. I guess it just reaches full damage at 1.5. Oh my gosh, bro. It's so annoying when I miss that. Oh well. Oh my gosh, the Kaisa is dying? Whoa. Decent poke. That's all I can really do, though. Doesn't seem like there's much of a follow-up angle. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm scared about the Yasuo ulting off that, so that's why I'm saying whoa. I feel like my damage to Zyra should have been more there. Was it because... Oh my god, you killed him before. Nice. Dude, why am I getting initiate on like that? I mean, she burned her flashes to kill me, though, so I'm okay with that. I was waiting for my WCD. Because my WCD probably means that I can try to play it a little bit better. She flashed over my ultimate, too. Oh, she might die here. Yeah, she's dead. Well played, well played. Getting closer to our death cap spike. Gathering Storm proc, another 4 minutes. And then the best thing to do is looking for those flank angles. If you've noticed, I've always been looking on the side. I'm like, I can be first engage, but I need to do it from a point that Yasuo can't wind wall it or doesn't expect it. So that's why I'm always looking for like unique angles of hitting them, because that's the only way that I can really make use of my ultimate in a fight. Just because of him. Wouldn't matter if he wasn't in the game. Damn, I'm not gonna finish my item. This is sad. I guess I just have to go bot lane to farm it. I feel like my team just wins because Yasuo's not there, so that's why I'm not committing, because I'm trying to get myself strong too. Because my goal in the game will be the team fight stage still, where I actually am necessary. And I had a feeling they would just win outright. Just guard it, don't kill? Okay, there's a fight going on mid lane. I don't know if I can get there in time, though. I have decap. My ultimate is about to be max level, where it will deal like 1.5k. Right now it does 1,000. Nice. It does about 1,200, but that's without me buying. Now that we have our item, it does 1,400. Of course, people do have to walk into it, though. My ultimate CD is only 40 seconds. I'm going to be using it maybe frequently just to try to poke. I feel like poking could be okay with it. I literally missed my stun so badly there. I'm pretty sure if you look at the damage numbers on him hitting me was probably like not significant. But yeah, that was me playing AP Irelia. I think we might be able to end on this shove. This also does 1,200 damage. I don't think I landed it very much. I landed a good ultimate though, which is exactly what we were looking for, because if I land it, it's going to be huge. AP Irelia, honestly, is not really that viable, especially inside the higher ranks, and this is like a mix of like Master and GM together. So it's not really the easiest one to play in. It also depends on champions, too. I feel like playing versus other mages sometimes can be very easy, and it seems that the game's not over yet, so maybe I'll have another chance of doing a cool play, because if we all go top together, they're probably going to group up as 5, and maybe I can get a 5-man ult, or a 5-man just anything. Would be pretty fun to look at. If I was to go another item, I think I would go Horizon Focus. The reason why Horizon Focus instead of like Shadow Flame is, once again, I just feel like losing the Magic Pen is okay, but it's not even going to affect my W for like the bonus damage either, because Shadow Flame only does bonus damage on true damage or magic damage, not physical. Oh no. My team might die before I get there. Oh man, I did absolutely 0 damage to them there. My damage output was not good. It's because Alistar had ultimate going. I probably didn't land a decent enough combo onto a few of them. There was no reason for Hecarim to go bot lane, but he did. Because we already have all their inhibs, so these are going to automatically shove no matter what. But I'm okay with the game lasting longer, I guess. I mean, I guess Hecarim's just for funning it. Oh. Nice, dude. I'm sad that I have so much money and I can't spend it on anything. $79 KDA. This is probably a pretty standard KDA for Irelia, AP Irelia. It's so difficult to not have a large amount of deaths. 162 gold, please. $70 gold. 55 gold. I'm so damn close to it. I'm gonna get no assist. I mean, that's okay. I think that the best way to probably get my item is just gonna be I base, I buy, and then I just immediately TP back. I don't really know what we're doing mid lane because we already have their inhib. Nobody's going top still. And it can't just be me going top. I need the whole team going. If the enemy team tries to defend this or fight this dragon, then I'll rotate over. In fact, I'll just TP here. This seems like a fight that's breaking out. I can tell on this one. Okay. Landing some combos for once. I'm gonna die with her. But anyways, that was AP Irelia. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I did the best that I could with trying to not be a non-factor with the Yasuo kind of destroying me once he got his ultimate and stuff. But yeah, that was AP Irelia. Maybe I'll try to do a game 2 of it. I don't really know how feasible it is. I do like doing 2 games of trying out picks, though. I'm going to honor everybody, even though I feel like some people really dislike the AP Irelia. Damage dealt should not be bad. I knew that there's no way that, of course, I'm going to outdamage our really fed Neela, but I mean, second highest is not shabby. For, like, this is Hecarim and Sylas that we're talking about, and there were some fights where I feel like I didn't really get to contribute too much, so not bad at all. So yeah, thanks for watching again. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned if you want to see another AP Irelia, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, bye. Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. Today we are playing some Veigar mid lane into an Azir. We are playing first strike Veigar, so we have massive gold generation, trying to get to very high AP very quickly for the one-shots. I mean, it would be funny if we could do a base lock, because Veigar is one of the only champions in the game where you can just have people respawn and instantly kill them if they're a squishy character. We're playing versus Azir. Azir is all about his soldier auto attacks, so during the early game, he's kind of mediocre because all he can really do is try to just put a soldier on top of you and that's it. Nice, I just hit him there for a free hit. But we're just going to be trying to farm with our Q for the last hits, because when we farm it, then we get permanent AP for the rest of the game. If we hit the enemy, then that's also really good, because it's normally better to hit the opponent than get CS if you can, since CS will almost always be available for you to get stacks off of, but you won't always have opportunities to hit your opponent. I'm trying to prep the minions in such a way that I can, oh, dang, I'm going to be down 1 farm. That I can also double last it with my Q, since it goes through one target and then it disappears afterwards. So like right there, I was able to hit him for 1 stack, and I actually messed up a little bit, but I still hit him with another stack there as well. What I was trying to show is that I think that it was very close. It wasn't perfect, but I almost was able to get the minions for the stacks that I was already prepping for, but I got free stacks from doing it on him previously. Of course, it's not going to be perfect during the early game, because the thing is that my CDs, of course, are higher, and I don't have items and stuff yet. But this is good because the wave is in a really good position. It's like a little bit towards me. It's not crashing underneath turret because sometimes it gets kind of complicated last hitting. Because I don't want to spend too much mana using my W because my W costs twice as much as my Q. Once again, I'm looking for angles through the minions to like find special hits onto him just so I'd continuously get poke onto him. I feel like the Veigar Azir matchup might be a little bit Veigar favored during the early game because his auto attack animation takes so freaking long that I'm just able to like use it when he goes for it. So then I can like land my Q when he's going for the last hits. Does tiny poke again. He hasn't used any potions though. My Viego is around mid lane. I guess I could like try to get him. Dang, really? That doesn't land? That's kind of crazy to me, but alright. I don't know if we can really win this. I don't have my cage for a bit. Okay, this Trundle's legitimately kiting himself. That must be so damn tilting for Azir. What just happened is that I flashed away in a way that was into Fog of War, so Azir has to see me, and because he just wasn't able to exactly know where I was, he couldn't get me. That must be so tilting. Anyways, the wave is shoved. I think it's gonna mostly crash. Okay, it won't crash, but that's okay, because we have TP to get back ourselves, so it's fine. I had a feeling they would both jump on me, but they did it in such a manner that it kind of was not that difficult to run away from them. I'm gonna buy level 1 boots just in case I get ganked, I guess. This is a greedier TP than going on the turret, but I'm hoping that I get close enough that I can, like, do more farm because I'm closer. I'm just gonna hit him with Q and back away at the same time the turret shot's going off, so we get to harass him, and we're just looking at the minimap, seeing Karma's putting down vision everywhere. Meanwhile, there's a Cho'Gath underneath top lane turret. We can, like, glance at all the lanes just to see how healthy everybody is. I'm guessing Karma is probably full HP as well, because they both probably reset pretty recently, which is why Isaiah is healthy. And then, darn, dude. Am I just dead here? Probably dead. No, dude, I need one more Q to get him. He got level 6, but, I mean, that was just me overstepping my boundaries of the lane. It's my fault. The thing is that we can slowly poke him, and that, as I said, this is probably a good matchup during the early game, but once he gets to level 6, that's when it probably can get kind of challenging if I overstep how hard I can go, because being able to toss me back is very powerful since I'm so immobile as a character. That's okay, though, because we still have plenty of stacks to work with. The thing is that if you want to get high stacks on Veigar, you can CS, which will always give you a set amount, and if you CS well, you can do that consistently, but to get to the really high stacks, you need to get takedowns, so kills or assists, because it gives you 5 per. So that's the real way to get, like, extremely fed. I'm just gonna rotate straight behind these guys. I'll just ulti that guy. Wow, dude. You yoinked my kill. Oh, I'm greeting. You're not gonna be able to help me, are you? Damn, dude. After all that time rotating bot side in hopes of being able to just get a kill for myself, that happens. Also, the healing from Karma was something that ruined my plan. I was just gonna ulti Karma and then try to kill Trundle with a basic ability, but she got healing from, I guess, somebody walked close enough to let her heal herself twice, which kind of sucked. I wish that they, like, just waited for me to rotate in, because if she tried healing herself on me, it wouldn't have worked. I would have been able to get pretty strong. Oh, thank God I got that. Also, going this build path is pretty greedy. You normally don't do this. The reason why you don't do this is because going squishy Veigar makes you die like immediately to anybody, even though you deal a ton. But if you go like Rod of Ages Veigar, you can still deal plenty of damage while being super tanky. But I just find Rod of Ages kind of boring to go, so. Dude, if you guys want to go in, I want to make sure that I'm not the one getting a 0 ultied here. Holy crap, that was ridiculous. I'm going to save my ultimate, though, because I don't want to use it unless we, like, desperately need it. But well played, guys. Nice pop-off. I'm able to one-shot the back wave of these minions, which is awesome. Dude, am I really not on point with my cages? That's crazy. Every single one feels like it's, like, right there on him, and then it just barely misses. Just the smallest bit closer. Just another attempt, why not? There's no reason not to. Didn't think that was going to land either. Sadly, my red buff just took that. Didn't mean for that to happen, but... Oh, I got him with the W because he used his Q. So his animation locked him in place. Maybe I should more frequently just use W to see if I can poke him with it, rather than use my E immediately. Because honestly, he kind of stands in such a way that he does almost allow me to get him. Like, is this really not going to land again? Too bad my red buff isn't going to get him. I was about to say, there's no way this one's going to miss, right? Because... all the other ones I felt like were really good, but I could kind of tell based off of the position there that that was a little bit different than the previous ones. Dude, you just lost all of your HP. Holy crap. Why did he TP so aggressively there? He is down to half HP already. That's a huge mistake. Our stacks per minute, if you have about 10 per minute, that's a pretty average thing, so anything above that is crazy good, and the earlier you get that, the better it is. That's how it works. So, because we're already at, like, 12 per minute, that's really good. Darn, I was hoping that maybe he would have his thing, but he didn't. I was hoping that Rakan would be able to use his ultimate and his W to get the Azir. That's okay, though. I didn't die. Our W also is something that slowly scales up with AP ratio, going to 100% eventually, and takes time for me to get there. Just trying to scare him off so we can continue just trying to take the turret from him, so he will fall further behind. Farming this out. Dang, that's a pretty hefty chunk for just Q. It's because Luden's damage is kind of good. I mean, if you hit somebody isolated, it does 180 damage when it's up. She gave me a thumbs up before she died, so thank you for letting me know that I did a good job, I guess. I got her heal and flash as well, so all of her sums have been used. And getting a kill, and I had first strike, I believe, too, so a little bit of gold generation. We've generated 200 gold thus far. The next item is just a straight decap, because the faster we get decap, the more insane Veigar's crazy AP ratios are, because he has 100% on his W at max. Only 2 more levels to get that. I don't really know what's going on with this guy, but he's posturing in such a way that's kind of spooky. So I'm trying to show some respect to him and, you know, just chuck a Q and that's about it. Not really much more than that. I'll just use this scrying just to see if he was in the area, which he was not. Gosh, 170 stacks is kind of ridiculous. Alright, we're gonna go buy our first needless. My damage should be really good after that. Azir might rotate behind that guy if he was able to live, but he did not, so it's probably not gonna happen now. I also don't think I can just rotate top, and that's better than just staying mid, because top will just lose a plate. And mid plates are still fully up, so it's easier for this guy to take the mid plates. I'd lose more than just one here if I didn't go. I'm not really the biggest fan of Ionian boots. I'm just kind of testing it out. Just wanted to see how it feels. What? Bro, that is just a little bit crazy to me, but alright, I guess I missed. I really expect him to be in range there. Looks like my team's probably gonna die. I don't think that I can even rotate down to salvage it, so I'm just gonna continue shoving mid and just trying to take the turret. I got nothing better to do. If my team can get... If they can get, like, 1 kill or 2 kills and trade 2v2, that'd be good. 1 for 2 isn't bad, though, in a 4v1. Because I'll be able to take mid lane turret in the meantime. I'm not going to TP bot lane because there's another wave here, so I'm just going to be sacking that as well, and we already got first turret. I think I'd just prefer to just continue taking this. I also want to grab my blue buff, too. And then I will be side laning, because normally AD carries will take over mid lane after bot lane turrets get taken. Because it's more efficient for AD carry and support to be together, because those are 2 bodies, so then they can get vision control around the areas and stuff. Aw, dang, if you knocked her up, she's so dead. It's alright, though. All it takes is just 1 stun, too. Doesn't always have to be my teammate creating the play, right? Let me go bot lane, though, because I don't want to take Yannara's farm. It's time for me to head out. I'm gonna sit with my Recon for a second. Because I feel like Karma might rotate in. And I do know that we would be able to one-tap her. Doesn't look like she's coming. I'll finally rotate bot. Rakan wasn't even in the area for that, so it would have never worked. Even if she cleared out the pink ward afterwards. She probably only stepped up after I revealed myself on Vision anyways. I probably showed myself somewhere. Getting to this fight with TP is difficult. There's like no angles. Meanwhile, Azir is just shoving too. I probably just need to head down back bot and just continue matching him in case he continues going. We're really close to our item anyways. And once we have it done, I am ready to go for just one-tapping people for the rest of the game. Just doing some Q spam. Finish off these minions. I have my death cap now. Now, will Azir initiate on my team? That's what we're waiting for. No? Okay, this seems like a soft initiation by the enemy team, so I'm coming in. Dang, I didn't land my ability. Sorry, bro. I got them afterwards, though. Dude, you are so fortunate that I just barely missed that. Oh, I also wasted my ultimate onto the other guy too. But it's alright. Yeah, the team did overextend a little bit and continue getting hit a little bit, but that's okay because, I mean, look at how strong we are when we land our abilities. We already have 1,000 damage at 18 minutes on our W. So the next fights, which probably will be a bit more easy than me getting ran down by everybody after all my teammates die, will be much easier for me. Not to mention, this Cho'Gath has no MR. So, that guy is just a walking gold generation tool. Because if I deal 1,000 damage to him, I'm going to generate a decent amount. I'll probably deal more than 1,000, because if I land my stun, I can deal like 2k probably. Set wants to go bot lane because he has TP and I don't. So that's why I'm going topside instead. Going topside, though, is still going into enemy base, so instead we should just stick around with our teammates to get vision control, so I'm safe for shoving. Dang, she didn't get one tap. Dang, it was close, though. I'll just ulti this guy. He got a shield there, so that's why it said, like, minus 470, because the shield from Karma was kind of gigantic. Karma shields are huge, and I think she even Mantra shielded, which is the ultimate one. Making it even more crazy. Thank you for the gold. How much did I get? 33 gold? 33 gold is kind of ridiculous for a short trade like that. It doesn't seem like a lot, but if I just do that throughout the game, I basically get a bunch of kills. My bad. I'm too hyper-focused on only trying to go for kills, although Veigar kind of walked in and killed himself. The way that you need to think about the game in terms of, like, bro, she won't die. So, in League, you can, you know, call out your teammates for a mistake that happened. For instance, I think that Veigar, honestly, is kind of right that we should be on Otacon. And me and Set both were, like, in a bad position because it should be done. But, if we aren't in the position to do it right, that doesn't mean Veigar just has to literally die and be like, why aren't you guys here? Because it's not like Otacon has, like, a global taunt where Veigar is now forced to fight Otacon till he dies. So, it's just always crazy to see people that are like, yo, I'm in the right, and he is, but, dude, you don't have to die for it. That's, yeah, we made a mistake, bro. You could just walk away and be like, oh, dang, my teammates were stupid there, but at least I'm not going to get myself killed over an objective that I know that I can't do solo. Nobody's forcing him to do it. I have TP available for the dragons, so that's why I'm just coming topside. This guy still has no MR. Kind of convenient. But I think that he realizes how difficult it would be to probably step up, so... Dang, I should just continue rotating. But the thing is, if I get hit by a Q there and silence and then auto-attacked, I kind of die within, like, only a couple hits. I'm kind of very, 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 very squishy. Even though he's also very squishy to me, too. I'll TP in, even though I don't even know if my teammates need me, because it seems that they just barely are just scraping by with everybody's kills. Not trying to really take the kill more so than just, like, deal enough damage that... Or, like, get an assist for the takedowns so I get more AP and stuff. That time I flashed over the wall, figured why not just kill him, because I don't deal enough damage with my next rotation. What's also really nice about Veigar is that your WCD goes on a lower cooldown every 10 stacks. Or 50 stacks, sorry. It's 10% per 50. So my W cooldown is 2.5 seconds. Does 1.2k. It's like shooting a Lux ult every 2.5 seconds, really. But the downside... Whoa. The downside to it is, it takes forever for it to drop. A lot of champions can actually just walk around it with movement speed. A lot of bruisers also can just, like, tank it a couple times because they also have stuff that just instantly kills me. And the enemy team FF. So we got 884 AP. How many stacks did I have? I didn't get to see. But yeah, that was Veigar mid lane. Really, I find one-shot champions very fun. So GG's. We'll give it to the Azir for his outplay and give it to my Recon. Did 28,000 damage. Most in the game. Generated 511 gold. And yeah, so thanks for watching. If you like it, drop a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, bye.